Gamers, what's good? With this new event, we have to make another What Should You Play? And, this event is going to be coming in really useful because they made Tenpai really expensive. And if you wanted to build it, you're probably going to be happy to get a nice free 3,000 gems, right? And speaking of Tenpai, I feel like they're really trying really hard to convince everyone to build it because as you can see from my completely event legal list here, Tenpai is not hit nearly enough to not be the best deck, especially when you see the decks that they banned, because they banned a lot of the decks that could actually have some pretty good counterplay. We have one Kaimen, one summoning. You can literally just run an extra board breaker and an extra Dora and fix your main deck. And then I guess on turn 1 you can't Hieratic Seals pass. Anyway, this is not a deck profile for Tenpai this event. I'm just saying Tenpai is going to be like super prevalent for this event. So I feels like Konami's really trying to sell you on it because they hit a lot of decks for no reason. We're going to start with the staples. Maxi is banned. That's cool. Shifter is banned. Kaijus are banned, which I mean is interesting. And the pots here, like Pot of Prosperity and Pot of Extrav, are both banned. Then I put in cards here that are also meant to represent different archetypes. Well, this doesn't represent an archetype, but Protoss is banned, which means decks that want to shut down Tenpai turn 1, like Shotgun Protoss turn 1 to shut down Tenpai, cannot do it, which I think is kind of a mistake. And then, a lot of decks are just straight up banned, like Flaunderies is banned, Voiceless Voice is banned. I really don't like that they ban ritual decks, basically. I just don't like it. Like, it's a summoning mechanic from the main deck. They're not banning pendulums. I don't see why they should be banning rituals, but whatever. Then Labyrinth is banned, which I really don't agree with either. This is a deck that has a pretty good matchup and can kind of check Tenpai with Daruma Cannon. So I'm really not happy that they banned Labyrinth for the event. Basically, all of Rescue Ace is banned as well. I guess I can do it this way so you can see that all the cards are banned, right? Burn is banned. I put Chain Strike here to represent Burn. And basically, all the Floodgates almost are banned. So, I mean, there's some things here that I like, obviously, like Maxi being banned and Floodgates and all that. But, I feel like they hit a lot of decks very unnecessarily. Even Flawanderies, I think, honestly, at this point, kind of an unnecessary hit. I don't think it would have been that good in the event anyway, so I'm not sure that matters. And they banned friggin' burgers. I'm just saying, bro. They were tripping with this ban list. I don't like it, and Tenpai is way too strong for how many things they're hitting. This is not even to mention all the specific hits, like I said, like Rhino Heart, for example, in Tears at 1. Albaz is at 1. Branded Retribution is banned. So there's a lot of also like hits to what would have been the best decks in their respective category, taking like really ridiculous hits. I really don't like it. I don't really understand their approach other than promoting Tenpai, but this is a bit too blatant. Again, not to say that no other deck can be played, but especially like things like banning Protoss in a Tenpai event is like, oh, of course you ban Protoss in the Tenpai event and Labyrinth and every deck that has a good matchup, basically. So yeah, I'm not really a fan. By the way, no XCs, so it's not like MathMech can do their thing either, which also has a pretty good matchup. But they still limited Circular in this event for some reason. So anyway, enough yapping. We have a lot to go through today. We're going to be covering 9 decks submitted from people in the Discord. If you're not familiar with how What Should You Play works, basically, we'll be rotating, since this event has 3 different like categories, we'll be rotating like Fusion deck, Synchro deck, Link deck, or Fusion deck, Link deck, Synchro deck, whatever, and we'll just rotate like that. And we'll watch a replay, then we'll look at the deck list for that replay, and that way it's going to introduce you to a bunch of different strategies and maybe, give you an idea of what you might want to play. And if you already know what you want to play, then make sure to let us know in the comments, and let me know what's your favorite deck in the video. All right. Lots to go through. We're going to start with a really fun one, and we're going to start with fusions. All right, so we're actually starting off with Neos here, submitted by Jadistic, heavily inspired by legendary hero player Peru, who a lot of people in my Discord are familiar with, as well as probably people that go on the masterduel meta Discord and stuff. But yeah, so we're playing just straight up Neo Spacian heroes, pretty based. Playing against what I'm guessing is a punk goblin list. I've seen this list pop up all the way up to Master 2, by the way, so if I do cover goblins, it's probably going to be this punk variant. It seems really good, especially because being like ceiling focus is pretty good in a Tenpai format, because you can actually make boards that are really hard to out for your opponent. but we're just going to let the opponent combo off here. So they're dropping a Gossip Shadow. This is a pretty good monster negate. Actually, I believe this monster negate even works against unaffected Tenpais. And then they set up their full armor Dark Knight Lancer, Gabanga. I think all of this adds up to like 5 interruptions. It's a lot of interruption. So anyway, we're going to start off with a Hero Lives, paying half our life points to summon out Stratos. They're going to go for their Joruri Punk Dangerous Gabu, negating our special summon of Stratos. Of course, Heroes has all the gas in the world when it comes to baiting interruption. So next up, we're going to go for Vion, and Gossip Shadow is going to make both of us draw a card, basically just replacing the effect of Vion, and we draw into another Hero Lives. Okay. We're going to go for EN Shuffle, summoning out the elemental hero Spirit of Neos, and we're going to get Ghost Ogred. Holy moly. We're going to go Called By on the Ghost Ogre because we're just that good. And then they're going to go for the graveyard effect of Goblin Biker Boom Mac. Boom Mac? What is Boom Mac? Okay, sorry, I'm not super familiar with the Goblin Bikers, I'm not going to lie, but anyway, it just summons itself from the grave, nothing too crazy, right? We're going to grab an Engage Neospace, activate Engage Neospace, discarding Neospacian Scarab, sending the Shadow Mist to the grave. They're going to go for Full Armored Xyz to summon Cicada King, getting the Full Armored Xyz trap in the grave. We summon out a Neos, we summon out another Neos from the deck. We go for Polymerization, summoning out the Elemental Hero Flame Wingman Infernal Rage. We go Liquid Soldier in Grave, activate Infernal Rage. They're going to negate our Infernal Rage with the Cicada King, which is fine, honestly. We're not quite out of gas just yet. Drawing 2, discard 1, activate Reinforcement of the Army. We're just that good. Grab a Cross Keeper, activate the Graveyard effect of EN Shuffle, shuffle back Neos, draw or search. It's probably a search, right? I don't know these cards. Anyway, summon out Blazeman, search a Polymerization, activate Polymerization, and we're going to fuse into Elemental Hero Sunrise. You guys already know what it is at this point for Heroes. We're about to basically crush it. So we're going to go for Sunrise effect, Crosskeeper effect, and Sunrise is going to get us a Miracle Fusion. Crosskeeper adding 2, and we can shuffle back 1 into the deck. Activate Miracle Fusion, summon the Shining Wingman. Shining Wingman, I think, pops a bunch of cards on summon, right? Yeah, so it just pops a bunch of different cards. Very cool. They do get to suck up our Wingman, but whatever. We go Fusion Deployment, summon Aqua Dolphin. Now we're just BMing, activating Aqua Dolphin for the fun of it. And then we go Neos Fusion, summoning Rainbow Neos, sending the Air Hummingbird to the grave with the Neos Fusion. Oh my god. And then we just go to battle phase, swing for 5100, swing, and go for lethal. Oh boy. Really good replay from Jadistic. Super awesome. I mean, yeah, so again, like, obviously Tenpai is going to be crazy, but what if you pick going second with Heroes? That could be, hey, that's a pretty good game plan. It's a pretty good game plan. All right, and here is the list in all its glory. It's a beautiful list running 3 Ashes, and if we're looking for any other staples, I mean, I guess you could consider Rhoda a staple in Called By, but yeah, like basically all gas, right? Basically all gas, running all the cool hero stuff. I mean, I love Neos. I think Neos is the coolest way to play Elemental Hero, and I always have been a guy that's kind of like an Elemental Hero hater. But when you play it with Neos, suddenly it becomes cool to me because I just really like Neos as a card. So shout out Jadistic. We're starting it off, you know, on a more lighthearted deck. Is this the most competitive deck of the event? Maybe not, but it's still going to be an event, you know. You can just enjoy it. Just play decks you like. And also with these videos, I really don't want to start telling people only send me the most optimal decks. You know what I mean? Because it's not the most competitive events. And if they did that, it would just be, I'd just be showing you like 9-10 pie lists. Enough blabbering. Moving on to the next replay. Next up, we're going to be doing our first Link deck. And this is coming in from Yoshimitsuy. And are we at the point where we can just like at this point, we can say Sky Striker is kind of hype. I mean, we're in the 10 pie format. The game has changed a lot. I think at this point, we can say Sky Striker is kind of cool. If you're winning with Sky Striker, I think it's pretty hype. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Let me know what you think in the comments. I feel like I'm past the point of like, ooh, Sky Striker kind of cringe. You know, I was not at that point. Then I got to that point again. And then now I'm back off that. Maybe at some point I'll think they're annoying again, but whatever. Right now, I'm on my Sky Striker is cool wave. And this is honestly probably the best Link deck in this event because Sky Striker has a pretty good matchup into Tenpai, and also obviously can just hard go second or can blind second, but it can also go first really well. So yeah, I mean, I like Sky Striker a lot. So we're going to go Therion Discolosseum. That's a good way to start. You'll love to see it. Then we're going to go for Engage. Lovely animation. And now we grab Cianos. This card is actually really, really good. It's basically, what's her name? It's like tour guide for Sky Striker, right? So summon out the Rose from the deck, go into a Camellia. We can go for Camellia, dump the airspace. Then we can summon out our Kagari, activate the Kagari effect to add back our Engage. Then we're probably going to summon out the Regulus at this point. No, not yet, obviously, because we want to use our spells. What am I talking about? We're going to grab ourselves a Widow Anchor, go into a Shizuku. Going to set probably both Widow Anchors after we go for Regulus here. And yeah, I mean, this is basically as good as it gets for a first turn setup for Sky Striker, right? Like, you can't really hate on this. We have Linkage for the next turn, Valor in hand, a Omni Negate that removes itself from the field to make sure you can use your monster negates. So yeah, really, really good stuff. And we're playing against Jadistic, by the way. So going instant contact, we're actually going to negate the instant contact here. Let's fast forward a little bit because there's a lot of gas in heroes. And then we get the graveyard effect. Oh, the graveyard effect of Camellia, removing the Neos to summon Camellia on opponent's field. I didn't even know about that. And now Jad is going to summon out the elemental hero Spirit of Neos with the EN Engage. And we're going to go for Widow Anchor, grab Spirit of Neos and negate it. That's very, very strong here. Then Jad is going to go Crosskeeper to summon back the hero Neos, go into battle phase, beat over the Shizuku. We get to go for Discolosseum on destruction and add back Regulus. Wow, I didn't that's actually really good. That's actually really, really good. Drew another linkage, pretty funny. We're going to go into a Kagari, add back the Engage most likely. And we also get to trigger the Camellia yet again. If this card is sent to the grave, target a monster your opponent controls, take control of it. And, no, send it to the grave and give your opponent control of this card. Okay. Pretty damn cool. So we grab Engage, activate Engage here. And this time we actually do get to add and then draw. So that's going to be really good. Pot of Avarice is really, really good. That's kind of crazy. Kind of a crazy replay. All right, so going Kaine, and then we're going to go for Hayate. We get to trigger the graveyard effect of Pillar, summon back Rose, summon out the Ray. Wait, we're summoning this? Azalea Temperance, equip the Neos, go Pot of Avarice, shuffle back 5, draw 2. Oh my goodness, and then we go Regulus. Okay, this is kind of insane, dude. Dude, this is kind of insane, man. Kind of crazy. Okay, so beat over, go to bat. I mean, like, there's no way you lose here. You have an Omni. I mean, obviously, Yoshimitsuy doesn't know Jad's hand, right? But, okay, Valor. Yeah, it's super turbo Jover here. We're not going to BM, right? No. We're just going to close it out respectfully. Thank you very much. Respecting the watch time of this video. Yeah. Honestly, everything went right in that replay. That was basically perfect scenario for Sky Striker. They got a lot of support over time, right? And I do like a lot of the support they got. I think that their playstyle got a lot more interesting with all the support. Let's go take a look at the list real quick. Yeah, so here it is. And by the way, as usual, all these lists, right, they're all in the description. So if you want to steal any of the lists, they're in the description. You get the Master Duel meta links. They're going to be really easy to copy for you. That's why we're not doing the card by cards anymore. It's a lot more simple for everyone, I think. Shout out to everyone in the Discord for sending Master Duel meta links and saving me a lot of time. I do appreciate that a lot. But yeah, I mean, this seems like a super solid build. This deck is basically unhit, right? Running a couple Valors, couple Ashes, a couple of Board Breakers. You know, this deck has always been good at going blind second. I don't think you're choosing blind second here. I think you're most like, well, maybe you are actually. If it's really just a bunch of Tenpai, you probably are choosing blind second. But the thing is, the Sky Striker cards are already good blind second, so I don't think you need to run as many extra board breakers. And because a lot of people are going to make you go first, since there's going to be a lot of Tenpai players, it also makes sense to run really good going first souls like Regulus. So I really like this list, Yoshi. I mean, this is a good ass list, man. Thanks for the submission, and let's move on. All right, and for the first synchro deck, we're going to be doing Resonator. And this is coming in from Kenny Pickering. He submitted a ton of lists. We're going to be including 2 lists from Kenny because he did send a ton. And I really, really like Resonators. Even though I don't play them, I think they're a really cool deck, and this is going to be a pretty good event for them. Now, he was saying you're probably better off playing the Centurion version, but he has a Royal Red Rain, so he's going to resolve it, god damn it. So anyway, we're going to go... Oh, we're playing through Max C here. We're going Chaos Archfiend into Max C. We get to search with the graveyard effect of Vision Resonator. Trigger the Archfiend to send the Crimson Resonator. Activate Crimson Gaia. Crimson Gaia is going to search a red zone. So we're trying to do minimal summoning here. We're going to go for a Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend, and we're just going to pass on 2 traps. You know, like, this is like a nice mid-range board for just like resonators. Like, I think this is as few summons as you can give for as many interruptions as you can get in a deck like this. I usually just wombo combos, right? And it seems like we're playing against Kashtira Tenpai, which is a very real strategy, unfortunately. And we're just gonna go Veiler on the Pydra here, negating the Pydra. We still have a couple of interruptions. We haven't used the red zone effect quite yet, I don't think. Yeah, now we can use it. We're gonna actually get rid of the field spell here just so monsters are affected. They're going to go Biden, and then on Biden, we're going to go Red Rain, remove everything. They're going to go for Birth, activate Kaimen in the battle phase, get a Fadra. Fadra, bring out the Chundra. Chundra, bring back Pydra, swing 3 times, go into the Ruddy Rose to shuffle back the Graves. Wait, no, banish the Graves, but that's a little crazy. We get the graveyard effect of Red. I don't know if this was a great... I mean, I don't... And now we're going to go for Shifter. Okay. Interesting. I mean, we are playing through Shifter now, which is also not easy for Red Dragon Archfiend as a deck. So how do we do this? We get Soul Resonator, grab Vision, make Dispatter, bring back the Banished Scarred. Then we can summon out our Red Lotus King, make Red Rising for some reason. And I guess it's just for lethal. And yeah, there it is. That's lethal. Okay. Really good replay. Playing through Maxi and then playing through Shifter with the Resonators of all things. I mean, you can't really shit on that. And also, this was in ladder, so it was like literally unnerfed Tenpai getting beat. So that just goes to show that, you know, it's not like you can't play anything else in Tenpai in the event, clearly, if bro is on pure Resonator doing pretty good here in ladder. So yeah, shout out Kenny. Thanks for submitting it. Let's go check out the list real quick. And here it is, running 3 Moonlit Chill. I really wish I had this card. This card is really, really good against Tenpai, specifically because you can actually use it during the battle phase. Yeah, it's a hard once per turn, but the fact that Veiler is only during the main phase can make it pretty annoying against Tenpai, obviously, since they have that field spell that makes their monsters unaffected during the main phase 1. So Moonlit Chill becomes really, really good. I really wish I had 3 copies. This might be the next staple that I have to aim for. Really good card to run at 3 here if you have copies. Obviously it's UR, so I'm not crafting it for the event, but really good card to be running. You know, 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, so still like actually 3 Imperm and Crossout and 2 Callback, like a pretty big staples package actually. I'm surprised you're running Crossout in the event because I feel like a lot of people are going to be running different hand traps. I don't think it's a wrong choice, by the way. I'm just surprised that you're running it. All in all, though, the list is obviously super consistent, super well made. Kenny is really, really good at deck building. You know, it's always like, if this card is good, I want 3. If this card is good, I want 3, you know, and that's exactly the deck building philosophy we have going on right here. And oops, the next replay is also from Kenny. So yeah, this is the second list that Kenny submitted. It is good old Illusion. And I really like Illusion. I think Illusion probably has an interesting matchup into Tenpai just because none of them can be destroyed by battle. So maybe there's some interesting interactions there. But yeah, like since Brendan got hit to death, I'd rather just see a full power Illusion deck. It's basically a pure deck. So let's just see it in action here. We're playing into Maxi. We're going to chain Mirror Sword Knight to the Maxi here to summon Big Winged Baphomet, grab the Chimera Fusion as well as the Gazelle. And then we're going to go for Cornfield Coatl, discard to search another of the Gazelle, go for Polymerization, Fusion using Edgem Chain into Chimera, King of the Phantom Beasts. We get a discard with this, so at least we're kind of... This card always goes even with Maxi if you think about it, right? And then we do get the search off Edgem Chain as well as the add to hand with the Gazelle, I do believe. So add the Mirror Sword Knight, set the Chimera Fusion. We're not trying to play into Maxi here. This is 2 replays in a row where Kenny just respects Maxi, sets up a minimal board, and just goes for it. We're playing into Ritual Beast with very little interruption, and they called by our Mirror Sword Knight, which is a massive, massive play here. So summoning out the Canahawk, we're going to go for our Chimera fusion and just go straight into Guardian Chimera, not even wanting to mess with these contact fusions. So on summon, we're just going to try to remove as much as possible on the board here. Get the effect of Tao in the graveyard, the effect of Baphomet in the grave. You know, we get a lot here. So Big Wing Baphomet, summon out the Tao. We get to... Whoa, what happened there? What? Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that was the draw. Okay, we drew off of Chimera. Sorry, I was so confused. Yeah, I mean, pretty simple replay, but effective. It's simple but effective. You know, we played through Max C. Okay, so I just learned that Tao special summons from the grave in defense position if it's sent to the grave. I did not know that. Sorry, that's why I was confused. I was trying to figure out, did Tao just search Valor? Because I'm an idiot, and I didn't think of the draw off Chimera. So yes, that's why I was confused, because I'm an idiot. Thank you. What's Versago? You can substitute this card for any one fusion material. When you do this, the other material must be the correct ones. All right. That's cool, I guess. That's pretty cool. I'm a bit confused about the Macabre. Oh, the Macabre for Versago. Ooh, that's what Versago's doing. Versago is summoning Grapha or Macabre. Oh, that's actually really cool. That's why we're running Caliga. So this card here, Versago, allows us to run Invoked. And it's a fiend, so I do believe we can dump it with this guy, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so this guy can dump him. All right, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like it. All right, and for our next one here, it's coming in from Zinger. It is basically a Solfachord Pendulum Pile Link deck. It seems really interesting from just the list, so I'm really curious about the replay. Don't know much about Solfachord, so I'll try to keep up. I know about these cards. I know this one. We're going to start off with Waka. You'll love to see it, setting up the Benkei. Big Ben searching out the Soul Horns. Interesting. So Soul Horns equip to our Waka. Summon Soul Horns, summon out a normal summon Diviner, send Trias, activate Trias in the grave, tributing the Diviner to summon the Trias. Then we get to go for Diviner effect, summoning out the Cutia. And then Cutia can search the Resolfachord Dreamia. Then we can use these two and go into an Electromite. This is going to get crazy. Maz always has the best replays. He actually sent 3 lists today. And we're including all 3 because all of them look insane. So anyway, going for Astrograph here as well as Heavy Metal Foes, Electromite, triggering the Astrograph. We're going to fast forward through this stuff a little bit here because I know this stuff. So grabbing a Dreamia, then we get to go into Promethean Princess, Promethean, bring back Electromite, do it again, and we get to add the Astrograph again and summon the Astrograph again and grab a Dreamia again. And then we get to go into Beyond the Pendulum, search a scale. We have a scale 1, we set up our scale 7, Pendulum Shokan, and then we get to tribute summon a... Okay, now I gotta do this. We're going to summon a Grand Solfachord Kulia, use 3 to go into Exceed the Pendulum. Exceed, adding back to hand the Gracia. Then we can go for Exceed, summon Soul Solfachord Gracia. And we're going to grab the Solfachord Symphony and go into Nightmare Griffin. That's never a good sign. Nothing good happens when you see Griffin. We're going to set up an IP Masquerena, and we're going to set the Solfachord Symphony. Now, give me a chance here. I don't know a lot of what happened. Just let me read 2 cards here, okay? Apply these effects in sequence based on the number of face-up Solfachord Pendulum monsters with different names in your extra deck. So anyway, so it needs... Oh, it needs 7+. Wait, let me just make sure here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... So right now it's 5+. You can destroy 1 card your opponent controls. Then if you have an odd pendulum scale in your pendulum zone, so you get a pop 1, draw 1. Okay, and that's after all your Solfachord Pendulum monsters gain... okay, attacks equal to their own scale times 300. All right, that's cute. That's cute. And we have... Oh, wait, I want to read this one too. And this one, once per turn when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can special 1 Solfachord card with an odd pendulum scale from your pendulum zone to your zone this card points to. And if you do negate the activation, then you can add 1 Solfachord Pendulum monster with an even scale from your deck to your face-up extra deck. Oh! So this card is a Omni Negate that also sets up the 3rd effect of this, which summons a Grand Solfachord monster from the extra deck for free. Okay, that's interesting. And we're playing against Kashtira. Wait, so we're just... Okay, we're shotgunning Symphony because we want to pop that. Okay, that makes sense. And they're going straight for Droplet for 3. Droplet for 3. But we have 2 more good interruptions here into 2 cards. I think we're winning this. We also do get the pop in the draw. They're going to go for a Sanguine Summoning. Ooh, but we have the Ghost Ogre, which single-handedly wins this matchup sometimes. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And then, yeah, Chundra hits the field. We're just going to Valor the Chundra, go IP here. Yeah, IP is negated, obviously, but, you know, that's cool. And we're just going to fast forward. Yeah, you beat over that, and you scoop it up. That was pretty cool. That's a pretty cool deck. All right, so here is the list, and I think this is good. I have no good comments to give you. If you want to play this, you know who you are, and if you know what this does, if you understand what just happened, then yeah, go copy the list. It's in the description. We're moving on. All right, and the next one here is going to be a classic synchro deck from akechidrips. We got to include Swordsoul, right? Like, yeah, your 10E package doesn't feel quite nearly as good without the links, but, you know, there's still stuff. There's still stuff that you can do in Swordsoul, you know, even with the 10E package if you don't have the links. But either way, this hand is pretty crazy here, and we're going first, so we're probably popping off. We're setting up... Oh, my... Wait, what? We're going Scrap Archfiend? What's up with that? Summon Taya? Dude, this guy is seeing lines. What the... What? So we're doing this Scrap Archfiend play just to play around the potential negate of Taya? Then we get to add back the Shithana, go into a Shishao. So we were just like making sure we had a token to go into Shishao worst case scenario. That's pretty good, actually. That's a really good play, honestly. Shout out Blue Eyes J. Okay. And we grab the Chunjun, go for Ashna in the grave, summon out the Vishta. Then we can go for Chunjun, send the Visha to the grave, and we're passing. Oh, okay, no, never mind. This is a bit wacky. What does this do? Quick effect, you contribute one monster special summon this card from your hand. If your worm monster battles an opponent's monster that was specialed from the extra, you can destroy both that opponent's monster and this card. So we have a monster negate and a battle destruction card. Okay. Okay, dude. Let's... All right. There's no way that we don't lose. It's literally impossible that we don't lose. Why is Scrap Archfiend here? Why are we doing this? Sanctuary, how do you not lose? It's impossible that you don't lose. How? Garunix, dump Kirin. Yeah. So we get to go Shatan. Oh! My brain is so stupid. The Scrap Archfiend is the non-effect monster. The reason that we were able to trigger Ashna in the grave. Dumbass. Of course. And then we get Shithana to bring back Bruh. How... Bruh, whatever. Whatever, dude. Alright, going for a Hita here. Triggering the Poplar. Still, we should not be losing this. There's no way. There's no way, dude. Going for Promethean Princess. Promethean Princess, bring back the Garunix. Going into Amblo. Popping both. Amblo, summon Promethean. This is happening. Okay, but you need to top deck here. You need to... Okay. Good deck, dude. Hey. Nice deck, bro. Nice deck, bro. Alright. That's cool. Yeah, discard Mirror. Yeah. Who even cares? Mirror. Mirror is good in hand. You just discard it. It's a good card in hand. You just discard it for a long one. Duh. Of course. Of course. Here's the list. Yeah. That worked. All right, and next up, we have another one from Mazinger. This is Witchcrafter Gold Pride. Yeah, I know. I know. It's also Invoked, by the way. So we have Ghost Mourner, a Cartesia, an Ash Blossom, a Roller Baller, and a Super Poly in hand into 3 face downs. Starting off with Alistair the Invoker. Alistair, normal Alistair. And we're going to go for Invocation. Our opponent is Chaining Maxi. Are we going for that? We don't even care? We don't even care? Okay. So we go for our Macabre here. Why don't we care about... I guess it's because we think it's Labyrinth, right? So we're holding Ash here. Very smart. We're going to swing with our Macabre, set Super Poly, and pass turn here. We've got Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill. We've got Ash Blossom on the field. And, oh, it's actually Yubel. It's not Labyrinth. Oh, actually, it could be Labyrinth Yubel. For some reason, that could be a thing. So Called By on the Ash here is pretty good, but not good enough because we literally have Ghost Mourner. When you summon Spirit, I'm just going to Ghost Mourner Spirit, right? Oh, no, because we can just Macabre. Duh. Okay, well, I'm just going to Ghost Mourner. Ooh. Well, that works. Wait, no, it still gets negated. Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah, no, it's obvious. Never mind. It's because it's Macabre that negated, because basically they removed Macabre with their Super Poly, so Macabre resolved and negated the Spirit. It makes sense, actually, and then they summoned Fan. Okay, it actually makes sense. Sorry, I was a bit confused. It actually makes a lot of sense. So anyway, we have Super Poly, Duality. I haven't ever seen Duality activated. Am I going to finally see it? We're going to go for Grand Guignol. Grand Guignol gets negated by... Oh, no. Would have gotten negated by Veiler, but we're going to tribute it to special summon a light or dark monster from our hand or extra deck with the same original type and level, but a different attribute. So we can summon out the Witchcrafter Vice Madame. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's crazy. That's crazy. So now we can go Vice Madame, summon out a Witchcrafter. Okay, this is really good. Vice Madame, by the way, I think 3 times per turn can destroy a card on the field or summon a Witchcrafter from the deck. It's thrice per turn, right? You can only use each effect. Okay, it has 3 effects and you can use each one once per turn. That's what it is. So technically 3 times per turn. So quick effect, pop the fusion here, summon out the N, and N can discard a spell and pop a face-up card. Not the best card ever, but it is a quick effect, so that's pretty good. And we get to summon again, you know, do silly stuff. Really interesting deck, you know, really interesting. I'd like to see more of this deck. I'd like to see more. I feel like I didn't see, you know, like I feel like I didn't see this deck fully fleshed out, but that's what it is when you're trying to get replays of these crazy decks in ladder. Like, I mean, obviously I'm not, you can't ask for miracles. That was still a really good showcase of the deck against one of the best decks in the game. So obviously I can't say shit. Shout out Maz. Let's check out the list, I guess. And yeah, this is the list. So pretty interesting. I do believe, yeah, so the Roller Baller is a level 9 and it's a dark. So we can actually use the Roller Baller with Duality to summon the Macabre, which I think is the idea around the Roller Baller. I guess that depends on if you get Carry. Carry can grab the trap. How do we get to Carry is really what I'm... Oh, we have 3 of the better luck next time. Okay. Well, that makes sense then. Yeah, so just an extra engine that we can add to the deck. And what's cool is it doesn't use your normal, right? So it just adds to your ceiling. It gives you some extra plays. It helps glue things together with the Duality. By the way, first time I ever see Duality activated ever. So we can celebrate for that. Shout out Maz for making this card work. All right, this next one is coming in from Styxius. This is the last Link deck that we're going to do for today. And it's the only time I'm ever willingly choosing to watch a Spyral replay because it's Toy Box Spyral. I would not have done this if there was not Toy Box in the title, okay? So we're setting Toy Soldier and Toy Tank with the Toy Box. And we're going to go for Magician Souls. Magician Souls plus Toy Box is FTK, straight up. It's Exodia. So we send these 2 to the grave. We get the effect of Toy Tank and the effect of Toy Soldier as well as drawing 2 off of our Magician Souls. So summon Toy Tank, summon Toy Soldier. Toy Soldier is going to trigger, add another Toy Box, and we can activate a Spiral Resort, activate Toy Box again, and then we go Spiral Resort, add Quick Fix, and this time we fast forward. So summon Quick Fix, grab Big Red, activate Big Red, bring back Master Plan. Then we're going to go Master Plan, search the Rescue. Then we're going to link off into a Selene. Selene, get a couple of counters, remove a couple of them, summon out the Master Plan from the grave, grab a Rescue. Then we are going to go ahead and make ourselves an Appaloosa, activate Master Plan, grab Quick Fix, and grab the Resort, activate Resort. Then we can go for Resort, search Drone, after which we can set 2 cards, activate Toy Box, pop our 2 cards, trigger Rescue in the grave, summon back Master Plan, and we can go for Master Plan effect, search the Assault. Then we can link away into a Barricade Borg Blocker, activate Barricade Borg Blocker, discarding the Assault. Banish the Assault from the grave to summon out the Drone, activate the Rescue in the grave, special summon out the Master Plan. Master Plan, grab a Rescue. We're going to go ahead and link away into Spiral Double Helix. Then we're going to go for Quick Fix, discarding to summon the Quick Fix, search a Last Resort. Then we're going to go into a Nightmare Griffin, and we're going to reveal the top card of our opponent's deck with Spell. Then we're going to go for a Trigate Wizard, activate Rescue in the grave to summon summon back the double helix, and we're gonna activate our Magnamut plus double helix to make SP, and we can summon out the Spiral Sleeper, equip it with this card. Spiral Sleeper is a quick effect, right? If this card, no, it isn't. I thought this card was like an interruption or something. If this card on the field is destroyed by battle card effects under the grave, destroy as many cards you control as possible. If you do, special summon one Spiral Super Agent from your hand, deck, or grave. That's kind of mid. Oh, okay, it is a quick effect. It's during either player's turn. You can target a Spiral card you control and up to 2 cards your opponent controls, destroy them. Really, really good card. Also, Nightmare Griffin, we're Nightmare locked, although our opponent does have an arrow that they can summon to not be negated. We have Trigate Wizard, which is a omni-negate right now because it has 3 arrows pointing to its arrows, and we have SP on the field, as well as Cross Out and Call by. Very, very good board. Not too long-winded for a Spiral combo. Still long-winded, but not too long-winded for a Spiral combo. I still ran out of breath, though. So anyway, Jad is going to go for a Polymerization, summoning the absolute 0, and we're going to go for Neos Fusion, summoning out the Elemental Hero Dark Neos. Then we're going to go for Spiral Sleeper, attempting to pop both of these guys, and we're going to protect one, but we still get the absolute 0 effect in the grave. But of course, we do have the Called by the Grave for that card right there. What does this card do? Okay, target one face-up effect monster on the field, negates effects while you control this face-up card. Oh my god. A card from like 2001 that negates a monster? What? What? That's crazy. I might be wrong, actually. I don't know how old this card is. Anyway, we do have our Omni-Negate here for the effect of the Dark Neo, so we're going to negate, and it gets banished. Wait, negates and banishes? Whoa, I didn't even know that Trigate Wizard banished. That's kind of disgusting. So anyway, Spiral Sleeper, pop 1, 2 favorite contacts, summon. We're going to go for Trigate Wizard, Omni-Negate effect on that favorite contact. We cannot let that resolve. Absolutely not. Although even if it did, we could have probably negated the monster. It really would not have been the end of the world, but whatever. Summoning a massive access code talker. Let's close it out. Do a big old swing. Okay, you didn't need to do that. You did not need to do that, but yes. Shout out Styxius, legend in the Discord, for just his very incredibly funky decks. Let's check out the list real quick. Let's check out the list real quick. Give me a second here. Man, I really am so unfair to Spyral. It's not much better or worse than when I'm doing like baby loops and dinos, but because I like dinos, that's okay. But when I see this deck, I get upset. I genuinely get upset, even though it's not doing anything. I just get upset. All right, and for this last one, it's also coming in from Moz. This is the last deck of the video. Shout out Moz for sending so many lists. Actually, shout out everyone that sent lists. A lot of you guys sent some really good replays, some really good lists. I really do appreciate it. It's always fun to get these events and get these lists. Okay, so I want to say Shapist of Snatches said I need to play Naturia, Horus, Centurion, and I might do it this event, even though it's not the full power version because we only have synchros for this deck. Still, Centurion is crazy. By the way, did not mention it this video. Pure Centurion is a great pick this event. Just saying, I might play this event, you know? I was considering playing Tenpai, but I'm looking at this and it looks pretty badass. So let's just see it here. King Sarcophagus, discard. This hand is heaven, by the way. Because we have King Sarcophagus and Sacred Tree. For some reason, Horus is banned for everyone except Synchros, but okay. So Mole Cricket, summon Camellia, Camellia effect. They're going to go for a Veiler here. Are we going to let that happen? Oh, we can just go Blessing and make a level 12 Synchro, which is crazy because we're running Centurion. Because we can make Auxilla. This is exactly the type of shit I would do in Gen X that made Gen X Centurion so crazy for me. So shout out to Moz for just realizing, hey, I can just throw this freaking deck in everything. You know what I mean? So we're going to grab stand-up Centurion here, grab Naturia Blessing, and then we're going to set up the stand-up Centurion, discard the Shudeya, set up the Primera, summon the Primera from the back row. Primera is going to search a Phalanx, and then we can go for the Sarcophagus, discard Called by, send Imseti, summon Imseti, and we can use these two to go into a good old Crimson Dragon. So we're just going to get to do, wait, do we get to do two? I'm not sure. Yeah, we do. We get to do 2 level 12 synchros. Oh, we have Rumble. Okay. Rumble's crazy. We can bring back Camellia. Yeah, I love this deck. Oh my god, this is even better than I thought. I really need to try this. Shout out Shapeless of Snatches for even mentioning that. Here's Naturia Beast and freaking Blazer on turn 1. And then Mole Cricket comes back. Dude, this is the coolest deck ever. This is literally all my favorite decks. So cool.
So cool, dude. Put Auxilla back. We got Primero over here. They're going for Kaimen. We can just negate Kaimen with good old Naturia Beast. Naturia Beast pretty good. It's a 10. Oh. Oh, what if we trap away? Interesting. I was thinking, well, we could have phalanxed away our Naturia Beast just to make sure we negate that. I mean, I guess it might not have been the most worth it, but, you know, we could have. We could have. All right. So, again, Roku here. So, we get to make a level 10 Synchro with the Primera. Or, yeah. So, level 10 Synchro, we make Baron. Honestly, Baron probably does clean it up. Yeah, we grab a Wake Up Centurion. We have Phalanx as well. Phalanx is really, really good. They set the field spell. We're going to go for Phalanx. Just banish the Pydra in case they had Chundra in hand. They already used the Kaimen. So, yeah, all the options are cleared here. They were out of gas completely. They got demolished by literally Primera in the back row. This is an awesome deck. I absolutely love this deck. We can look at the list here really quickly. It's here. It's very likely that I play this. It's only running 2 Horus cards. Well, 2 Horus monsters, I mean. 1 Sark and 1 Walls of the Imperial Tomb. I think it's because I know Imseti is limited in the event. I'm not sure about the Sark and the Imperial Tomb, though. But yeah, it makes sense, you know, 3 of the Sacred Tree. We are running the Oath because that's an extra copy of the Stand Up Centurion field spell. And this field spell is a free Blazer for no normal summon. Oh my god, when I realized this, it made my Gen X deck so much better than every other Gen X deck on the planet. So yeah, I love that. I love the Centurion engine. Just throw this shit in any deck and the deck instantly becomes cooler, dude. I think it's pretty clear that I like this list. I love Naturia and I love Centurion. You really can't go wrong with this, right? So anyway, huge shout out to everyone that sent lists. That's going to be about it for the decks that we're going to cover for this video. I hope you guys do enjoy the event. I'm like a little worried that the event is going to kind of suck. I really feel like Konami did a really, really poor job with the ban list this time around for the event. And I don't want to be too much of a doomer, so I will point out that super ceiling focused decks tend to do pretty damn well into Tenpai. And in this new format of Master Duel, just ignoring the event for a second here, I mean, Tenpai has made a lot of decks that were considered much weaker in previous formats now suddenly feel a lot better just because their odds of going first are higher. And then going first, they can just focus fully on sealing, so they can run a bit less hand traps and a bit more engine stuff or like sealing stuff and just get a crazy, crazy board. Thinking of decks like Blackwing, decks like Endymion, decks of that nature really do benefit just from the fact that like Tenpai is making them go first and then just losing because Tenpai isn't getting the proper outs all the time for those insane boards, right? So so this might be similar for the event, you know, if you're like really ceiling focused and your opponents make you go first all the time, you might actually get pretty good results even if your deck is not necessarily the best for the event. So just wanted to point that out, not to be too much of a doomer, but I really do need to go edit this video, bro. The event starts in like an hour and I need to get this video out. So, see ya.